I had a bigger challenge reimagining what NBA Street Volume 2 could be. That's because it's my best friend's favorite PS2 game. In this basketball game, whoever reaches 21 points wins. However, the real charm is in the tricks and dunks, which aren't just for show, but actually make sense in the gameplay to earn more points and even decrease the opponent's points. The dunks are iconic in this game, and that's why I decided to start with this mechanic. When a dunk starts, the game zooms in, and then when it's completed, the screen shakes. That's why in this reimagination process, I made the virtual screen increase according to the zoom and right after have the sensation of impact, decreasing its size really fast. But that's not all. Dunks in the basketball game usually make the crowd have that reaction. And I want to have this in some way in this virtual environment. That's why, besides the screen animation, I added a force to the balls that are in the scene, and the more impressive the dunk is, the stronger the reaction are.
You're on the ground right now.
It's very simple how this is done in Unreal. I just needed to call radio impulse function, determine the center position, the size and the strength of the force. And that's it. Now there's this jumping effect of the balls.
But you feel hot today because you're on the ground right now.
As I said before, the dunks are not just for show. They help to make points for the Gamebreaker, an incredible mechanic that directly impacts the score. When you feel this bar here, the game automatically enters the Gamebreaker, and then, my friend, you need to recover the ball quickly to not lose this special. But, in case you manage to recover it, you can do this special play that makes you gain points and your opponents lose a point.
Let me hear you say, yeah!
In the reimagination, I made the scenario around the screen turn the Gamebreaker blue as soon as activated. And during its use, the blue becomes even stronger. Besides that, I exaggerate the screen effect and the impact force of the balls, make them go flying all over the place. The balls actually aren't just for showing the scene, they represent how many points for the Gamebreaker the player has. To make them appear, I made it so that the moment the dunk happens, they literally jump out of the screen. Dunks that generate more points makes more balls come out. The way that I'm making the balls come out of the screen is simpler than it looks. There's an arrow that I move according to the position of the basket on the screen. Then there is an event to make a ball appear when I pass information of where the arrow is pointing, making it have an impulse in that direction. An important logic that I add is that the arrow changes rotation at every impulse, guaranteeing that it's not equal to the last position. If you paid attention to the video, you'll notice that when activated Gamebreaker, it says GB1. That's because there is a Gamebreaker 2. For that, you need to save the Gamebreaker and fill the entire points bar again.
Feel hot today because you're on the ground right now.
Upon reaching the end, the screen turns orange, and at the moment it activates, a very cool animation appears to then decrease 3 points from the opponent.
PB stands for peanut butter and jam.
In Spatial Gaming, I simply took away the Gamebreaker 1 color at the moment of the pocket, leaving the balls in the scenario indicate that the player still has points. Then, more balls appears with every new dunk, so that finally, Gamebreaker 2 is active, making the surrounding scene take on the orange tone as well. For the use of Gamebreaker 2, I didn't want the scene to have a stronger tone like the first one, but instead to draw attention using this sunburst effect on the entire scene, just like it happens in the game.
PB stands for peanut butter and jam.
All the changes in the scene color, including the sunburst effect, I did using a post-process material. There is a parameter that controls how much the color blends with the scene, even allowing to change the color you desire. Besides that, there is another to complete fill the scene with this color, which I use both in the use of Gamebreaker 1 and in the flash when the special dunks happens. Finally, I can control this circular progress of the sunburst texture. This effect was by far the most complex of this reimagination process that ended up being used for less than a second, but it was worth for the learning. After all, I tested in VR and the experience was better than I initially imagined. Only this sunburst effect doesn't work well, because it shows an image for each eye. But for the rest, it was possible to dream a little how this PS2 classic would be in Spatial Gaming. And my friend, what is his opinion about it?
Man, I love it, man. I love it. I think it's hard to see the idea when you describe it, when you actually see the videos and you see like everything that can be changed. It's unbelievable, man. Like basically it's limitless. Like everything's limitless. Like everything that you can think of can be created in a space like that. It's unbelievable, man. I love it, man. I love it.
PB stands for peanut butter.
So tell me your thought too. Did you like how NBA Street Volume 2 could look in Spatial Gaming? Leave your comment and your like in case you like it. Until next time.
Yeah. Peace, everybody.